We should be on the air by my watch. Oh,
Wait,
we are?
Well, we'll play this song.
The monitor's not on.
It's not plugged in, I don't. Isn't there a cord hanging down there? I'm just gonna have a laid back show, you know? Looks like we're having a show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Tom's Guitar Show. I'm Tom. They call me Guitar Tom because I'm often seen with a guitar. People used to call me on the phone, you know, back when I had a call-in show back in the olden days. They asked me these questions like, hey man, what's your show about? And I say, oh, it's about an hour. About guitar players, guitar playing, all things guitaristic. That's the thing we've been doing all these years. What, PATV, I've given you the best years of my life. Yeah. Those are my best years? Oh, man. All right.
Say, I hope not.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a Joni Mitchell line of a Joni Mitchell song. I gave you all my pretty years.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Mac Davis has got the one to rock and roll.
yeah.
Rock and roll, I gave you all the best years of my life.
Oh yeah. I never knew him as being much of a rocker. Anyway, but anyway, so yeah, so anyway, it's a show about guitars, guitar playing, all things guitaristic. People would ask me questions, and I'd respond to them back in the old days when they called in about like, how to play the guitar, the care and feeling of your guitar, what kind of guitar is right for you. Related topics like the sitar, the guitarrón, the guitarra, chitoles, lutes, uds, vihuelas, banjos, balalaikas, bazookas, bajos, sextos, bandurias, bandolims and bandoras, mandolins and mandolas, mandocellos, banjoleles and ukuleles and vihuelas and
Irish harps, pixie harps, and Jews harps.
yeah, accordions, ocarinas, and I mean, what is the other one? I don't know. I mean, pipe organs, piccolos, trombones, trombomarinas, cornetos, cornholts.
We're not going to need reverb today, though.
Oh, we got reverb in here, yeah.
We have
Okay.
natural reverb today.
Yeah, well, so anyway, I mean, that's right. We talk about politics, world events, your own personality problems. That's fine. We're here for y'all, but we'll just keep it clean. This is a family program. Okay. So the thing is, like, it's an interesting show. I mean, I know you can't see because of the well-oiled machine we've become at home, but there was some interviews going on all day, and then when I got here, there were still people being interviewed, and I waited around and said, just one more minute, and I was 45 minutes before the show started. I thought I was being a little late, and then, but it continued. So we just got we had like 12 or 13 minutes to put the studio in order to do a Tom's Guitar Show. The other thing is we ripped up all the flooring, and a lot of the acoustic foam rubber stuff is off the walls. We're remodeling and trying to fix Bruce's place up for more professional looking videos and things. And we're in a state of transition, but that's why I'm being so laid back, man. I mean,
If anybody tuned in at the start of the show and we're sitting around here looking at each other like nothing's happening yet.
yeah. Well, I was just goofing off with my guitar. That's the normal part of the show.
We didn't know we were on the air
Well, I assumed we were, but
or on the cable.
yeah, on the cable, and on YouTube, and live stream, and all that stuff. It's turning you on already. Okay, so today I'm playing my Guild Bluesbird, and I really quite like this guitar. It's a very it's kind of like a Les Paul. It's just slightly bigger than a Les Paul, and a little fatter, and it has a chambered body, which means there's some hollow spots inside here. Tap around and say, oh, there's one, yeah. Which of course reduces the weight slightly, and also a little bit, take a little wood out of there, and then it also gives a little bit of internal resonance. The thing that I'm really interested in on this guitar is that these pickups are Seymour Duncan 59s.
And I noticed you have an electronic tuner clip to it.
I do. I have this at home, and I can take it off so you can see the nice Guild there. But see, I don't want to keep going on and on about my personal life, but for many years I've used an A440 tuning fork, which would be the fork that makes that note. And I bang it on my knee and put it in my teeth. A lot of people make fun of me for this, but so I can hear this note, A440, 5th fret harmonic 5th string, or the 5th fret of the 1st string, in my ear, and I could tune this one to that and tune the guitar to itself using harmonics. I can't find my last A440 tuning fork, and the only ones I can find now to replace it with, I've been through quite a few of them over the decades, are great big ones with like a rubber thing on the end. I think, I don't want that. I want a little tiny one I can put in my pocket, just jingle around with my little pocket knife and, my keys and everything. So I don't know what happened to the last one. I just, went through my pockets once to do my laundry and it wasn't there. So I started using electronic tuners. I'm becoming addicted. Last week I forgot to bring an electronic tuner with me and I wasn't quite sure, if I was at pitch. So I call it a pitchfork too. So it's a joke because a pitchfork would be an old-fashioned farm implement, and I come from an agricultural state, and I've never really, I guess I've lived. I've stayed on some farms, so I've never lived in one and pitched hay in the morning, but you pitch hay with a pitchfork. So it's called a tuning fork, but it gives you this pitch, A440. So I call it pitchfork because I think that's funny, and I've been doing that for years. So.
Maybe. Well, maybe this is an important. I don't care about that. This is too embarrassing. But what are you comfortable working with the director? When you say pitchfork, the first thing that comes to my mind is the devil. When you're just talking about a farmer's implement.
Well, I was thinking about being a farmer in overalls, and you're thinking of the devil. But that's you're from New Jersey, though, aren't you?
There you go. That answers
it.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. You see.
Well, they call that the Garden State.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Maybe they're all digging potatoes with the forks out there.
Yeah. They say that their sweet corn's better than ours, but you know.
I have a joke, but we have to wait till after the show.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's got a joke for us. It's a family show.
We stopped at a produce shop out in Washington, and they said, best sweet corn in the world. And we told them, we grew up in Illinois and Iowa. We know what corn is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose. It's,
The three I states where corn comes from.
Iowa, Illinois, and
Indiana.
Indiana, okay. I'm going to say Idaho, so. Ohio, that's not, anyway. Anyway, okay, so I'm saying this has these Seymour Duncan 59 pickups standard. Which makes me think, oh man, what if I could get like a thin line hollow body, like an ES335 type guitar with a couple of these, or the new DA 59s. Okay. And guess what? D'Angelico has them. They're upper end ones. They have ebony fingerboard, which is great, and endangered wood, and the DA, which is the next, this the newer version of these pickups, and they're like almost $2,000, and you can get a Gibson for not that much more, a real ES335, but it'd be one of the lower end ones, and who knows if Gibson's doing a good job. They went bankrupt, or they were filed for bankruptcy, but apparently they're coming out with new 2019 models, so I don't know what's going on with the Gibson. Back in the old days, you would have had a laptop here, and you could look it up.
Yeah. I should probably start bringing that in again.
Yeah. We should have that so we know, Anyway, because,
Either that or I should learn how to operate my wife's iPad and bring it in.
Oh, yeah, there's that. Well, it's not that much smaller than a laptop when you think about it. I mean, you think about how big like a pickup truck is compared to, a laptop or an iPad, and you think, well, I don't know, man. Carry either one in one hand. Besides, you can type on keys instead of touchscreen. hit the right place. And push a button on that thing. Well, now we got the show underway. That's fun. Yeah, it's like everything's a little chaotic here. We'll get it all together here pretty soon, right?
Really soon.
Really soon, okay.
A couple weeks.
A couple weeks, we'll all be perfect. So we got a new volunteer working in the control room, too.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. It's something you should know about PATV is that basically this is the people's station.
it's
Your
do-it-yourself TV.
That's right, your neighborhood network. Like, more or less anybody could have a show. I mean, you can't just walk in and do a show. You have to take guidelines and do some workshops and things. But we'll show you how to do it, and you can have a TV show. I mean, they let me do it, right? How long have I been doing this? 24 years?
Only?
Yeah. I've been doing this show for 24 years.
Only 24 years?
Only 24, yeah. No, Gerardo, I had another Tom's Guitar show.
Before this show?
Yeah, I had 28 years ago, in 1990. I had a Tom's Guitar show. It was a 6-part series on how to play guitar.
Is that pre-
In Iowa, yeah. I've been in Iowa most of the time since 1959. You know, I'm old. I mean, I got time off to, for good behavior. I could be in California and lived there for a while, and in France and places like that. But mostly I've been here.
Yeah, be careful. People might misinterpret good behavior.
Yeah, well, good behavior for a guitar player isn't really. It's a pretty low bar to clear. But anyway, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh wow. We moved to.
Third time I've concussed myself in the last 2 months.
Man, if you hit yourself in the head hard enough, you're gonna turn into a guitar player.
Here you go.
Yeah, it happens. I've taken a poll and some of the more serious guitar players I know. See how many you got to hit the head. Pretty much all of them. In fact, if somebody thinks they're a guitar player and they haven't had a major head injury, I start to doubt their sincerity. You just want to be seen holding a guitar, right? Yeah. By the way, yeah, anybody can make a show. To do. I mean, you got to do some things, but you stop by the TV station or go PA. Up. Let's say power to the people. Am I supposed to say stuff like that out loud? Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay. My reason for making this show originally, Bob, I'm sorry, I'm going to reminisce. Forgive me, I'm going to reminisce slow. Okay, so in 1982, I went back to California again to starve in the streets with a guitar. Something I used to do in the, for the mid-'70s until, some point in the '80s. And so, anyway, I played, it was my 25th birthday, which dates me a bit. And I was in Mill Valley at Alibaba's Cafe playing guitar. And I had to wait until the 49ers were done. They had a big screen TV, which was rare in those days, as projection TV. And everybody was watching the 49ers win the Super Bowl with Joe Montana throwing those balls, And anyway, and everybody was really happy and everything like that. Some guy brought up several cases of white Zinfandel. In those days, I didn't think it tasted that bad. Now it's considered a soda pop, and you should avoid it like the plague. But I don't drink it all anymore. It's been years. So everybody was happy and everything. I was playing my gig, and I was tearing it up. My parents had sent me a suit for my birthday, so I had this suit. Didn't have any good shoes, so I went. Only money I had like $15. I bought a pair of Keds white canvas sneakers. Nowadays, wearing a suit and tie and white canvas sneakers are fashionable.
That's downright
That's trendy, right?
yes.
But
Very trendy.
yeah. But that was, I had no choice, because I only had my big stompy Iowa farmer boots and then those white kids. So I played this gig, and the guy who got me the gig, who was sort of trying to manage things, for musicians and stuff like that, he said that there were these producers in the audience for this new thing called MTV, Music TV. It's going to be this wonderful thing, I started thinking about art, I started thinking about all the kind of way cool like films I could do by setting like action music. I had this experience of riding a motorcycle on Highway 1 north of San Francisco along the Pacific coast, zooming back and forth, where you had this dramatic, it's way above the ocean, but the waves are crashing below and the ocean's here and the trees up there and stuff, like mounting a camera on it, just zooming up. I could put that to some sort of like finger style guitar part. But then so I got really skinny again, everything, this and that didn't work out. So I came back to Iowa all skinny and everything. I think I moved into my parents' attic. They could have given me one of the old bedrooms, but I think they didn't want to encourage me too much. And they got the cable TV, and I turned on MTV, waiting to see what I would see. And then what I saw were like these like kind of new age pencil neck geek type of bands who were like, some people really like the Cars, but these guys, and then they had like shiny cars from the 50s and young women with really short shorts and tall boots leaning on these cars, and these kind of guys who looked like they couldn't really get a date unless they were, a rock star or something like that, singing these songs like, I thought, this is not, what you could do with this wonderful medium. So anyway, I stewed on that for a while, and then in 1988, I began. I took the workshops and I signed up. It wasn't PATV yet in those days. It was Heritage Cablevision. But so I came here. I started doing this, and I volunteered on everybody's show, and I did all kinds of stuff. I did some of my own stuff, a lot of my own stuff actually, like weird things, And then time went by, and then 1990 I had the Tom's Guitar Show, trying to show people how to play guitar, and it was kind of mildly popular at the time, and then. And then just to continue boring people with my story, so I've been doing this ever since, I've been doing it since 1988, so that's 30 years. Yeah, that's, anyway.
And we're going to keep it up till we get it right.
That's right, I haven't gotten it right yet. Anyway, so then, so I did that for a while. It was kind of cool, and I did my thing. I was in show business again. I went to California to New York and into California and stuff in 93, 94. And I actually started in 92 with this other thing I was doing. It was like a playwright's workshop. I was writing music for plays and being a composer and scoring things for small bands and stuff. And I did this project. We went to New York, then we went to California. We opened the show professionally in Mill Valley, California, again, of all places. We did all the work. There's a lot of work going into a play, a serious play. It was supposed to go to Broadway, but it died suddenly in Mill Valley, California, and I was unemployed and homeless in California again. And my son, Abram, who's all grown up, he's moving to Texas next month. He was on the way, so I came back to Iowa, having worked 6 days a week in theater, doing music. I know, I'll go back to public access. And so I did start Tom's Guitar Show in the summer of 94. And haven't let up yet. So figure if you turn 50 shows a year, because we're closed a couple weeks of the year, 50 shows a year for 24 years, that's 1,200 shows. How many times do I play this? Anyway, that's probably enough reminiscing, don't you think?
I think so. Yeah. Play something on the guitar.
Oh, okay, yeah, thank you. Okay.
Let's have a guitar show.
Yeah, that's right. Anything worth playing? It's worth playing a tune. this one's paid off.
Hey,
But I'm getting pretty close to paying off my latest D'Angelico guitar Spasm. I can quit anytime I want.
sure.
Yeah.
It's like when I quit smoking. I did it dozens of times.
Yeah. Yeah. When I quit smoking, I would refer to it as pausing when I went back to it again, But there's a thing, if you want to quit it, you kind of like a habit like that, is you have to make sure, like cigarettes is the one I understand, because I did that once. I haven't quit heroin yet or anything like that. I have to get hooked on it first, but I can't afford that, man. I've got a serious guitar habit. But the thing, if you want to quit something like that, is just remember, never, ever, ever have another, let's leave this here. Just never, ever have another puff off your cigarette. Any cigarette, just never, stay away from them, never have one puff. And it might be hard, sometimes you really want a puff of a cigarette, but it's going to be a heck of a lot harder to quit next time, because you're going to go on a tube, and you're going to smoke a whole carton of them. And then you're going to feel terrible, and then you're going to, try to stop again. You're going to go through all the terrible withdrawal symptoms. The other thing I keep wondering about is like the gum and the patches and stuff like that. It's like, that makes it too easy.
I saw Chet Atkins on Carson one time, and he announced, I'm off drugs. And Carson said, what were you on? He said, oh, nothing, but being off drugs is so good for so many people's careers. I thought I'd try it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Well, I just think, I got to tell you, I play 3 nights a week right now in a place with a wine cellar. And I just don't drink at all. Well, I drink coffee on there and water and stuff.
Don't drink alcohol.
I don't drink alcohol. Sometimes I drink the iced tea. But if you think about it, see, maybe I'm missing out on all these really great wines I have. But for me, now for other people that are having dinner, but for me, having to be there and then like having to get up the next day and teach lessons and stuff, and not, and having to drive a lot, it's great because I don't have to worry about so many things I don't have to worry about. So, I don't know. And of course the whole, people are strung out on opiates and things like that. And if you just, don't do them, don't start them, don't do them. And if you do, just quit right away before it's too late. Don't let it get too out of control. And just don't do that, because your life could be about something else besides, trying to get your next fix. Out there stealing lawnmowers. Yeah, I've been in the show business for a long time. But when I was a young fellow, I was more like classical guitarist. I'm reminiscing a lot. If we had the phone here, we could have a lot of complaints coming in. But I was more like a classical guitarist, which means you drink coffee and stuff, and you don't really go down there with some of the rockers. And now, all these many years later, I'm still playing, and never was much of a star. Of course, a lot of my friends weren't either, but a lot of them are dead. They didn't make it to 50, let alone, or 30, some of them.
All those rock and rollers all die at 27.
Well, I had friends who were like small time, local band rock and rollers, and they didn't make it. They're like 27 when they died too. So anyway,
I brought a list in one time that it's online. All the rockers that died at 27. And
yeah. You read that? Oh yeah, you read that.
A lot of them.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. And then, of course, there were the Romantics in the 19th century died young, but they had tuberculosis, not, Yeah, of course, you could do that. Nancy Reagan just say no, but that doesn't necessarily work. So I had somebody give me a T-shirt that had a picture of Moe from the Three Stooges. It said, "Just say Moe." I thought it was pretty good. And then I had another shirt that had a shirt that said. That was a card, that's right. I had a card that had the Three Stooges on it, but there was Larry being, held by the hair and slapped by Moe, and it said, "Have a Three Stooges birthday, eat, drink, and beat Larry." Anyway. So I'll have you know, now next week, we're thinking about doing this week, but we postponed our board meeting for next week, so I think
I wondered
Jim-
about that.
Yeah.
I saw the clock said 6:30 a bit ago, and our favorite ukulele player hadn't showed up, so.
Yeah, no, she's not going to be here. She's not going to be here next week either because she's going to be out of town. She said. But that guy Jim that played with her that one time,
Yeah.
he's going to be here. I think. I think that's the plan. If that didn't work, and I want to clear it with the brass, but there's a Three Stooges called not Sing a Song. Well, Sing a Song with Sixpence is one of them. But the one, the Brideless Groom, which was public domain, so it's been played quite a bit because they could play it for free.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe what we could. This is about 17 minutes long, something like that. And I thought we could play that. We couldn't get a guest unless you wanted to just tell jokes for 20 minutes.
I don't know if I have 20 minutes worth of material
Yeah, well, I do, but people would turn it off real
that we
quick.
could put on a family show.
No, I can't do that, no. So I thought maybe playing that one. Because in The Brideless Groom, Shemp is a voice teacher. And there's a woman doing the voices of spring. The little, the spring, but he's playing this record. He's doing really well. And then she sings it really badly. And his reflex is like, he's there with this very long baton, conducting her, and then she hits these notes really badly, and he flinches and he makes all these faces. And because I teach music lessons, I think that's really funny. I've shown it to a couple of my students who want to apologize for sounding as bad as they do sometimes. So I show them that video. Anyway, I thought we could play the Three Stooges maybe.
Oh,
It'd probably be the most popular show we've ever done.
could be.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like 4 Three Stooges that are public domain. They fell out of copyright years ago.
Of course, there may be people out there who think we are 2 of the Three Stooges.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Get Mr. Skabinski in here.
Yeah, bring our director in, and then we can be all 3.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, he's in his own world, or he's training a new crew member.
Yes, our director is in with a trainee, just like you could be if you wanted to make a TV show.
Well, if you didn't want to be a PATV producer, what you could do is just come here and take the guidelines thing, pass your little guidelines quiz, and then you'd be a producer, and then you could come and start taking workshops, and one of them would be studio, and you would end up working on Tom's Guitar Show. Now, if you want to stay around for years and years, like Bob here, and Phil before him, and Mr. Skopinski's been here. We were talking about this last week, September 11th. He'd only been here for a few months. September 11th, 2001.
Ah.
That's how long he's been here. He's been here for more than 17 years. So, yeah, back when the world was young, and so were we. So, back when George Bush was president.
I think I came in 05, so Mr. Skopinski came about 4 years ahead of me.
Yeah, you're the new guy.
Yeah.
You've only been here for like 13 years. Yeah, well, I've been here since '94, so there we go. You know, there's some things in my loop recognition here, but I never used a half speed in this one. I've never done it before. Maybe I'll try it. Hang on, here we go. So if I want, and push this half speed, and I do something like kind of fast, like. If I push this effects, it should go like half speed. back to normal life. Was having some fun, but yeah. Well, it's a good guitar. I'll be playing it this week, Thursday. Well, I don't know if I'll play it this week or not. What's the weather going to do, really? Did we know that there's going to be a great big monsoon? Did you lose power up there in the north? Or?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we had our power blown out for a while. I sort of messed up my day. I had to do all those emails and stuff, and I couldn't get online. Sat there in the dark, looking out the window, looking out the door. That as this storm came through, it looked like a car wash or something. And then I
Probably got a tree branch over a power line somewhere.
probably, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, the thing's blowing around like crazy. But then I left. I was a little late because I was trying to get things rebooted and everything like that before I was supposed to go to my chiropractor appointment in Kelowna because I got the shoulders screwed up here, which is why I've been playing the skinny guitars, so the big fat jazz boxes I kind of want to be playing right now. And so I was driving there, and then the chiropractor calls me, my cell phone, and he says that his power's been out for quite a while, and he doesn't think he can help me. So I rescheduled for next week, and it's a weird day, man. It was it's an impressive storm. Oh well, yeah. What do you do when you have no electricity? Gee, I could like read a book or talk to my wife or.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Who knows what I talk about? Who knows what she talk about?
Yeah, don't you mean listen to your wife?
No, yeah, not really. Anyway, yeah, the thing I noticed, everybody's like, I'm just really thinking about this, and I think I'm getting more and more secure in my decision to have the cheapest flip phone that I can get. That's really not much fun to do. I mean, you got one just like mine, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not really any good for doing anything like texting or surfing the web or anything like that. So if somebody wants to get a hold of me, they can actually call me, and I can pull the thing out of my pocket, flip it open, and say hello. Because the more and more I see people who just can't seem to like leave it alone, the more thinking, oh, that's like the cigarettes and the heroin and everything like people get all strung out on. And yet, if you just don't do it, think all the time you have left for other things. Of course, I sit in front of my computer all the time, and I watch videos and I read articles. And I haven't read a book for a long time, but I read it every day. I read like all these articles about stuff, science and history and culture and stuff like that. But psychology, whatever, neuroscience. But I don't play with my phone. I mean, So every time I have to get a card every 3 months, right? So I go to a store, Ivy or someplace, and they get a card. I have 1,059. Yeah. Why can't we read that? Well, I have over 1,000 minutes on my phone. And
I pile them up too, because most of my calls are, are you coming for me? Or I'll be there.
yeah, right.
Most of my calls are 2 or 3 minutes at most.
Mine, I mean, I almost never use it, and when I do use it, it's like, it's like a very short call, or it's like, maybe I talk to my son on the cell phones, because he's a millennial, so that's how he. But it's just like, like the thing about, if you want to be good at the guitar, and I think there are a few people out there who want to be good. I have some new college students, this year. I teach at a couple of colleges, and I got a couple of, basically I have 4 really promising students. And of them, I mean, the thing is that if you want to get past a certain point, you're going to have to put in a lot of hours, preferably in a concentrated period of your life. If you can practice like 4 or 5 hours a day, which considering if you have a job 5 hours a day isn't that much. Well, students can't do that because they have their other subjects to teach and to learn. When I was studying, that's all I had to do was guitar at one period of my life, and I put in a lot of hours. And the thing is that once you immerse yourself in it more and more and try really hard, and all these things try to distract you, but you don't get distracted and you stay there, and then you get more tunnel vision, and then you get this point where you can, you want to do like a tremolo. or yeah, I'm not thinking about that. I had to like look at it really carefully and see what I was doing, and then learn how to do it really well. I mean, by slow motion, every move, and then I work on it and work on it, and then and then the days go by, and a couple of weeks go by, and I become an expert on it, and then I have to think about it again. I did all that kind of work, tremolos and things like that, decades ago, and I still know how to do them. So, but see, most people don't have that kind of time. And one thing I was reading an article by a guy who was saying that he reads like 100 books a year, and it seemed impossible, to read that much. But then when he thinks about how much time he spent on social media and some of the other things he did that didn't seem to be valuable, he decided that he's just got more and more into reading. And then what he's found is it's really increased his mind. He's got a much bigger mind to live in now than he did before. You think, oh yeah. So it's like all these things you can short your circuit. Not everybody wants to be a serious guitar player, and you have to put in a lot of hours. You have to be a musician of any kind, on any instrument that you want to be really good at. But people do it, and they're super good. I listen to a classical radio station, and that's her aunt. What's her name? First name? Oh, I forget. The violinist. She's on a lot on the radio a lot because she's like doing a lot of recording and concertizing. She's pretty busy, but I'm sure she works. She's been working really hard since she's a little kid, and she's great. What's her first name? Mr. Skopinski, are you back there? The violinist. Her last name is An. She's like, if you listen to public radio, she's on a lot. Stuff. Violinist. Oh, okay. It's just not coming. See, it's brain damage, huh? Who's our new volunteer? Hi.
You want to step out here in front of the camera? We like to introduce our volunteers to the audience.
You don't have to, but we always do that to people who are new. We try to get them out on camera. But you can come on next week. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, all these really good musicians. But one of my students was saying that his brother or somebody was saying that he went to a concert of Yo-Yo Ma. He played all the Bach cello suites, which are solo, unaccompanied cello. And there's a bunch of them. I forget how many. They played them all the way through with no music stand on the stage from memory. That's Yo-Yo Ma, which.
That's somebody that's practiced a lot.
Yeah. But see, he started working on it when he was a kid, and now he's like, he's an old geezer like me by now, I'm sure. Here was a guy's name. He did a duet thing with a guy. The guy who was makes all the sound effects with his mouth and stuff.
Don't worry, be happy guy.
That guy. Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Oh, yeah, that guy. I can't remember his name. I can't remember anybody's name right now. It's bad. But I shouldn't say this on TV, but he was saying to Yo-Yo Ma that in his community, saying Yo-Yo Ma is an insult. But anyway, Yo-Yo Ma, anyway. What was that guy's name? I'm lucky I remembered Yo-Yo Ma. I'm lucky I remember my name. Here's Phil over here. Sorry. That's Bob. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're almost done here. Oh man, I'll be lucky to get that Tom's Guitar Show theme in tune. So next week I'm going to leave early. We're going to have substitute Tom. And yeah. Going to have a guy here for the last 15-20 minutes of the show. I'm going to go to a board meeting, and then we're going to do our thing. We'll have me back for another fun of guitar music.
But this weekend,
Oh yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night I'll be at the Tuscan Moon in beautiful downtown Kelowna. Just in case, I don't know what's going to go on right now because it's starting to slow down suddenly, but Thursday you probably don't need a reservation. I'm going to start like at 5:30 on Thursday, but 6:30 on Friday and Saturday. Tuscan Moon, the Tuscan Moon in Kelowna, Iowa. Not that very far away, just to the south. Horse and buggy town.